I've had a terrible experience over the past week, and I'm absolutely furious to hear someone coming on TV saying either I'm lying when I say that I've had this experience, or obviously they're lying because I've gone through it, so many other people have gone through it, and they're just lying straight to my face that, testing is there.
It certainly feels, I can see how it feels that way. If Matt Hancock's words are taken in good faith, if we understand them properly, you're about to describe to me the misery you've had seeking to secure a test. He's telling you that you should have been able to secure one with ease, and don't believe everything you hear on the radio.
Exactly, and he's telling me I'm incapable of finding a way to do that. I've literally done everything I could. My wife was 39 weeks pregnant on Saturday, and my son, the day before, he had just gone to his first day of nursery. So he's 3 years old. He went to nursery, came back that night. He had a mild fever, but obviously we had to get him tested. So it was incredibly stressful, because going into labor and giving birth is already very stressful. Now, doing that under circumstances where you had someone in your family who is suspected to have been had COVID-19 or at the very least, you have to make sure that you're tested. So I went on everywhere that possible. I went to find the test, and I went on the website. I searched literally 10 miles away, 20 miles away, 30 miles away to get a test center, and nothing was coming up. Order a test to my house, nothing was coming up. So literally, it was extremely stressful for my wife, and she was telling me, okay, I don't know what we're going to do, but I can't go into labor with them suspecting I might be infected, I might have COVID. So at the end of the day, we had to make a decision to not declare it at the hospital, because firstly, we were 95% sure that, okay, what my son had was food poisoning. We were tracing it back to what he had the other day. But we couldn't go to the hospital and declare that, we had someone. So
she went into labour, did she?
She went to labour. We had the baby last night.
She went into labour while. Oh, good. We're slightly wary when we start stories like this that the ending won't be happy. But this is the bump in the road: is that you had to take a personal view to act quite irresponsibly because you were spinning plates. You had to prioritise. So your wife went into labour, but you didn't want to tell the hospital that you had a member of the household displaying symptoms that may be linked to coronavirus.
Put my wife in that state of stress, because we were 95% sure that it's not the case, but that 5% sure, or 5% was giving us the doubt. And really,
I hear you. So what happened? She went in, and the baby was delivered happily and safely.
She went in, we had the baby, everything is fine, and no more symptoms for any of the family members since then. And I'm just going to go visit the baby in the hospital now again, even though they don't let us visit. They say 91 you can visit, and then they change it. They say 2 to 6. It's a mess in hospital about baby.
Yes, but again, that's not their fault. They're simply following the official. And is your little boy better? Have his symptoms disappeared?
It disappeared after one day. Yeah, it disappeared.
Right, so that's why it was even more further. Oh, I see. So, but the symptoms had gone by the time you got to make that decision. Because theoretically, I could tell you off, but practically, I can't, because in your shoes, I don't know how I would have behaved. Quite possibly the same. Ali, I'm glad that you got there in the end, but I'm sorry that you've been left with the impression that the Secretary of State for Health thinks you're a liar.